Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everything in between on that technical rainbow we call life. My name is Doug, and I am here with Drink and Think Trivia. We are here to ask you some questions, find out what you know, where they are, who you know, where they are. I'm Batman. Also, I'm joined by my life partner in crime, Lucas, aka Sarge. How you doing, buddy?
I'm Robin.
Robbing my heart. Robbing my heart.
Oh, man, I'm doing good. Another day in paradise. Just chilling. Having a good time. Matching hokey gear. Life's good.
I chose the orange headband.
I see that. I see that. I like it. It looks excellent. Mama Fafro has already declared she's going to win. PS4 Gamer is drinking Main Street Amber Ale from 50 West. And Kim asked me a question.
Watch the number 23 yet?
I put it all in the and moved a spot for it. But anyway, the meat from our HelloFresh was put in the refrigerator because I refrigerate my meat. How's life? Kim just okay in the background. All right.
I actually really
we were supposed to watch the number 23.
I did.
I forgot.
I did. It is okay. I'm sorry, but I sat through all of that, and at the end of it, I felt like I had come to find Jesus, lost him, and Allah came in and then punched me in the face, and then I lost him too. And dear God, what was that movie?
Jim Carrey.
Okay, that I will say that is the first role I've seen Jim Carrey in that is not comedy that I was fully invested in. It was an amazing movie. I will say that. I give my seal of approval for the number 23.
All right, well, I know what I have to do. Instead, I went and watched the new Indiana Jones film and then followed that up with the new Jennifer Lawrence film, No Hard Feelings.
I want to see that. It looks like failure to launch, but
it's pretty much failure to launch, Kim said. But it's entertaining. It was well worth the money we would have spent on it if we didn't have the monthly pass for the movie theater.
You're not wrong. It was very much, yes.
All right. So, but
as always,
we do stuff here.
We have 48 questions tonight. It's great.
We do have
we have 6 rounds, 8 questions apiece, 48 questions total. Let's scroll through them.
Let's talk about what they range from, Doug.
We have general knowledge, we have current events, we have food, screen or book, world fighting styles,
and
Bible study.
And Bible study.
So for those,
range everywhere from Bible to food.
I will say though, I will say the most knowledgeable Bible people I know are agnostic like I am. Like we went to church back in the day. We learned everything there was and then stored it away as trivia in our brain because we were like, this is still cool to know. And then just
need this for an episode of Jeopardy one day.
And then just moved away. And we're like, yeah, all right, whatever. Like I know too much about the Bible and it's not okay. The number of times I've made a reference to the Bible and someone's been like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I just realized what reference I made and it wasn't a song trivia thing I said. My bad.
What I was thinking something and I got distracted by all the Catholic school mentions. Everybody's getting excited about having Bible knowledge and we'll get to the Bible round later. But
it's very punny. I will say that.
It is that. But that's the only way that I win a game of Jeopardy. Every time Jeopardy comes on, I can run the Bible category and sports. If there was a sports and Bible category, I think I could win Jeopardy because I could just sweep 2 categories, set on my money, and pray to goodness I knew the final Jeopardy.
I might have said this before. My father has a cousin who was on Jeopardy, who was going to win by his final wager.
Yeah.
If he had actually wagered. So he had the question right and the other 2 didn't. like he does. So he didn't have kids, and the answer is Mary Poppins.
Okay.
And he guessed Mary Poppins, but he put 0 because he assumed the other 2 were going to wager, and the guy who won was just apparently a massive dickhole the whole time. So I met this guy at a Nats Cardinals game, and my dad the entire time kept singing, "I lost on Jeopardy!" And by the end, this dude was like, "And how many times have you been on Jeopardy?" "Yeah, go fuck yourself." And I was like, "Yeah, we're never seeing that family member again."
Nope.
Fun fact: I haven't seen my dad since. Well, no, since. Anyway, moving on.
What are we drinking tonight, Doug?
I'm drinking Coors Light.
Coors Light. I have the apple. The orchard.
Stop
We're good to
being
go.
so sexy when you show it. It's like just like, how you doing?
Yeah. I don't think anyone in history has pulled down their shirt slightly and went, "How you doing?"
You want me to match
Look at my beautiful man chest.
Just look at me. Anyway.
All right.
Hey,
We have drinks.
how did Arnold go last night for you?
Arnold was great. Arnold was great until the save file. If y'all are interested, go check out my my latest TikTok and/or Twitch stream. We streamed a PS1 game last night while Doug commentated in the background, and somebody, which is where TikTok comes in, forgot to save his game. So an hour and a half in,
Yeah,
give or take.
they're about.
then the screen just came back up, and it's like, new game, and I'm like, no, I want to go back to where I was. It's like, oh no, sir, there is no memory card inserted.
And then in the background you hear, "Did you save your game?"
When was the last time you saved?
Yep.
In my head, I was like, oh no.
Oh no. Well, with that, we have to get into how you play this game. If you are new tonight, we welcome you. You're awesome. Join us. We are a cult, essentially. Not really.
That's true.
But
Is it not?
in that little corner over there, there is a QR code. Have you seen the my beach ball? It's over there. It's about this big. Anyway, scan that QR code. That'll get you right into the game. If you don't want to scan that QR code, you want to play in your browser, go to play.trivnow.com/search. It is in our chat. Click on that. When you search, put in KACC or CAC
Jack.
or OKACC, which is what all of us say at the end of the year is OKACC.
That's true.
Yeah. So that is how you play our game. Make sure you are playing in Triv Now. All of your answers should go through that app. Make sure you answer through that app. Do not answer in chat because either A, you're going to look dumb by answering incorrectly, or B, you're going to give everyone a free answer. And we're not going to give you any points because you're answering in chat. So, I mean, really, who's benefiting from that? But with that is how you play. But how do you play? Sarge.
The trombone.
Wah, wah, wah.
Rule number 1, don't be a dick. My man has a sign directly behind him. He will point at it. His pointingness means don't do the thing that the sign says. Something you're doing makes you think that I am a dick. Don't do it. Plain and simple. Have fun with your friends. Have a good time. Enjoy yourself. Imbibe in whatever you wish. But do not be a dick.
You guys
And
are
we're
allowed.
so vehement about that rule that we say it twice.
You guys are allowed to say whatever you want to us, and we'll say whatever we want to you, because we make the less than mediocre money by being here, and you guys are more than happy to abuse us in any way, shape, or form you want, because at the end of the day, we love all of you, and we appreciate that you're here. Just don't make fun of each other. That's the easy part. Like, if you have some anger, if for some reason your sports team lost today, and you really need to take it out on somebody, take it out on us. We
Look
don't.
at us. We're
we don't-
Virginia Tech fans.
Yeah,
We're
we don't
used
care.
to-
We
we're
don't
used to
care.
disappointment.
Yeah.
We lost our feelings a long time ago.
Oh yeah, no, like I'm dead inside now because I root for Virginia Tech and everything, like basket. Oh yeah, I mean, okay, I would say I feel the same, but
Well, not quite.
my team has won 3 Super Bowls since your team has won 1.
How many of you guys won total again?
4.
Okay,
No. 3, 1.
Pretty sure you have 3.
3. So
Yeah.
Falcons, Green Bay, Panthers. Yeah, 3.
5.
But we have been to the Super Bowl more than you, which means we have a more losing streak than you.
You're worse at winning the Super Bowl.
but
Anyway.
it's okay because the Bills are still worse than we are.
You're not the Bills. You're
Yeah.
not 0-4.
Anyway,
We have one more
be
rule.
be mean
Rule
to
number 3.
us. We'll be mean to you. Rule number 3 is you do you, boo boo. We don't care who you are, where you're from, your creed, your race, or your religion, your skin color, your preference in football team, hockey team, basketball team. Really, we don't care as long as you're not a Nazi or a
Or
pedophile
a UVA fan.
or a
No,
UVA
I'm sorry.
fan.
Sorry, my bad.
That's just, sorry.
I
That's
defaulted.
just a. It's a reaction. It's just a reaction. And sorry. Anyway, we don't care. We welcome all of you. We hope you're gonna have a great time tonight. We are here to have a great time too. This is our relaxed evening. Me and Lucas don't come here for the money. Lucas and I do not come here for the popularity, the views, the likes, the subscribes, whatever. We come here literally to share an evening together, have a good time, enjoy our evening with you guys, and then we're gonna go play some games tonight.
Ow.
I'm not gonna say that out loud, but you're more than welcome to.
I'm not going to either, but I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's our rules. We know what we're drinking. We've rambled as we usually do, probably quite enough.
Yeah. Or 15 minutes, 13 minutes in, which is enough for going into our first round. So we have 2 types of questions tonight. We have multiple choice and single answer. Single answer is a free response, which means you have to type in the answer. Multiple choice is just pick it and hit submit. You will have every 8th question is a wager question. You have up to 7 points to wager with if you've earned that many points up to that point. If you wager and get it right, you get that many points. If you wager and get it wrong, you lose that many points. So
We have
there's also a bonus for speed. So if you know it, get it, submit it quickly, you'll get more points. If you don't know it, honestly, the speed bonus isn't your problem.
That's true. We have 6 bungholes tonight. They're all types of French fries. And we have Kim and Scraps and Tea.
Sweet.
That's 8 teams. You all be competing for the glorious prize, which hasn't been added yet. But it is the grand prize, which I add every week now. And it says the grand prize, an Amazon shopping spree in the 50s. This $5 could go a long way back then, probably. I don't know.
Hey, you know what time it is right now though?
Events time?
No, it is Amazon Amazon Prime Day days. So
That's true.
that $5 is going a lot farther than you
It
think
will
it
go
is.
a lot further. I thought you were going to say it's 7:15, Doug.
Yeah, but
And UVA still sucks.
that's true too.
Current events!
Let's get it going.
It's been a weird week, so let's get into it. In Aretha Franklin's house, RIP, a document found in what piece of furniture was ruled as a legal will? Normal prices with
I had a GIF in here that gave it away, and I'm sad I couldn't use it, but it's fine.
That is sad. As we put these questions in, if all of you didn't know, we do play 3 mini games here. It would be !free in chat when we give away a free answer. We may have already done that, and you may get to a question later, and we've said the answer. If that's happened, we could have given you a free answer.
Yep.
Put that in !grammar when we spell stuff wrong. It's spelling. Doug always says this is a spelling thing. We are not grammatical savants. We don't know how to perfectly articulate everything in the grammatical code, but we are going to spell Tim wrong sometimes and put time. So that's a grammar error added to the counts.
Yep.
And finally, my wife is here tonight. If I have to scream at her because she's slow, just type in !Kim, and we will remind her that she needs to play the game and not watch YouTube or something else or read. I don't know what she does.
We need to find.
Holy crap.
We need to record you yelling Kim at some point, so that when people put exclamation
Put it on
point
the soundboard?
Kim in, no, like when they type in exclamation Kim, they'll yell out Kim.
That would actually be really funny.
Um.
Yep, we're going to have to figure that out.
Also, with Grammar, we're talking like spelled wrong. We're using the wrong form of there, or it's, or it's. No commas, no exclamation points or semicolons, all that kind of stuff. We're talking like straight up spelling. So it's Grammar. And if you think, actually, I'm gonna add this rule posthumously.
Oh, we're adding a rule.
If a GIF gives away an answer, if the GIF is directly related to the answer,
for example, if Aretha Franklin was sitting on a couch right now,
right? Well, actually, so the GIF I was going to put was Dave Chappelle saying "fuck yo couch." If that had been there, which obviously gives away that it's a.
So there you go. I like it. Your question, brother. They know it's a couch now.
All right. Well, the note was a handwritten note was found in Aretha Franklin's couch that willed part of her estate to people, and in turn, a jury ruled that it was a legal document. Because I guess they did like the handwriting analysis, and it matched up perfectly with, I forget what they call it, but like there's very, like how you rate, there's always variations in it. Yep. Like you'll never sign your name the same way twice.
That's factual.
So they figured out that was the thing. So in other strange news, a follower of what famous serial killer was released from prison after 53 years?
Oh, fast versus high. Okay. I was making sure that Kim Newmont Fat Fred said hi.
You always
still new here, and we picked up Bonitas Fritas. Casa Bonita.
Casa Bonita. I've been to Casa Bonita. I went to Casa Bonita so many times before the Casa Bonita South Park episode came out.
Yeah.
It was a shit.
It's an actual thing.
Yes, it was a shithole back then.
I did not know that. I thought it was something that they definitely made up in South Park.
No, it is a thing. Like it at the time that I went. So this had to be 1997. Between 1997 and 2000 was when I went. It was bad. Like everything looked bad. Everything was like they had like the high divers into like little pools, and it just looked bad. All of it looked bad. They tried to be Rainforest Cafe, but imagine malaria broke out in the rainforest. And then
Doug has shit on Casa Bonita.
Well, and then they reopened it. They recently reopened it, and it looks, from what I know, people. Well, actually, Nick has been to Casa Bonita. He's like, it's completely different. So.
Oh, good to know.
So,
anyway, tell me about serial killers' followers.
So this woman, a follower of Manson, Charles Manson, was released after spending near 6 decades behind bars. She was one of the murderers because Charles Manson never actually dirtied his hands. He always got other people to kill people, but he was him. But moving on.
Was that I remember her name. Dang it. I thought I did remember her name. The one of his followers that was really popular that was involved in all the murders. I knew she got arrested. I just can't remember her name. Anyway, another comedian has thrown their hat into the ring, suing OpenAI and Meta for ripping off their jokes to train the AI. The newest addition being whom? I don't know why, but Kevin Hart to me looks like he's doing all the single ladies dance here.
Oh, single ladies. Oh, single ladies.
Oh, it's like Pinky or something is the name of that follower. That's all I want to remember now. It's gonna bother me so much. Oh, we've been Grammar.
Damn it.
What did you do wrong?
I don't know.
Did you do you do that off?
Yeah. Yup.
Add to the counts.
I gotta pop on a new one.
Cheers. Manson fan. Because she was... Man. Squeaky. That was her name. Squeaky Frong.
Yep.
I remember the name Squeaky. It's so weird.
What's the answer?
The correct answer is Sarah Silverman. Apparently, the AI, when asked to write jokes, just straight up rip off comedians' jokes. That's how they train the AIs.
Yep.
That's crazy.
So, well, and that's a huge problem with the Writers Guild strike. Is people keep threatening, well, the AI will just write jokes for you. They had one of the, I think it was Chat GPT, write an episode of something, and literally it took verbatim and stage directions from several shows that had already been written. Like the AI is not smart enough to improvise yet.
And you know what that is, Doug?
What?
That move is Prohibidado. Prohibidado.
Yep. So, for the first time in the history of the military, what branch of the military will not have a head of that branch? Due to Senator Tommy Tuberville, that is his real name, being angry about military abortion decisions.
Wow. All right. On that note, I didn't even think about. I guess they all do have heads, don't they? That's the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
No, it's the Joint Chiefs is different than the head of the branch.
I thought all the heads were part, but I guess I think I have a thing that I was thinking.
So
here.
they are all part of it. It's, I don't know how to explain this. So there are the decision makers and there are the decision executors. Yeah, so a chairman. So there's a chairman, and then there's a person who makes the, like, whatever the decision is, they execute that decision.
Well, yeah, but that's why I was confused, because the Joint Chiefs of Staff are a chairman, a vice chairman, and then the chiefs of the Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, Space Force, and National Guard.
Which are presidentially appointed. But
so
then,
those chiefs are presidentially appointed?
yes.
Huh.
But then there are the ones who have earned their way up to the top.
Gotcha.
Normally, I will say this with a massive asterisk next to it. Normally, the person who is next up becomes a Joint Chief of Staff. Normally, there are times that it doesn't work out that way, and then there's like, they say, oh, it's the enlisted versus the officers and blah. It's this whole. Honestly, if you're gonna break it down, the military makes no sense whatsoever, and there are too many cooks in the kitchen. Anyway, the answer
One of them doesn't have a leader anymore.
The answer is the Marines. So since its inception, the Marines have never been without a commandant. So Tommy Tubby is upset that the military has written rules now that if anyone in the military needs an abortion or needs any kind of I don't know how to say it.
Healthcare related to that.
Healthcare related to that. If they are stationed in a state where it is illegal, the military will pay for that member of the military to go to a different state to have said procedure.
On the military's dime.
Right. And so Tommy Tuberville, who's an asshole, it only takes one person to do this. So normally how this works is if you are up for an office above, or no, if you're up for, what's it called? Flag officer. So a flag officer is an 06 or above. So if you're in the Navy, it's captain, 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star admiral. If you're in the Army, it's a major, 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star general, so on and so forth. But Tommy Tuberville, so normally how they do that is the respective branches come up with their lists and they say, these are the guys who need to go forward. And the Senate says, cool, we respect your decision, and then they move the fuck on because there's like 400 people per branch that are put up.
All right.
Tommy Tuberville made a parliamentary decision to ask for a per-person vote, essentially. I forget what the official term is, but essentially they have to go through every single person and get a majority vote to promote them. 400 people times 6 branches. 1,200 people. They have to. The entire Senate has to vote on this now. He's essentially gummed up the works because he's a fucking asshole. Because he's so upset that the military is like, hey, our
If you need a
people,
medical procedure,
if our people need a medical procedure and you're fucking with them, we're gonna 2,400. If you're fucking with them, we're gonna make sure you can't fuck with them by sending them to a different state to have said procedure. And this is including ectopic pregnancies. For those of you who don't know what an ectopic pregnancy is, that is when an egg gets fertilized. Normally, when an egg gets fertilized, it travels down into the uterus and then attaches to the wall, and then the baby grows. An ectopic pregnancy is if the egg gets fertilized in the fallopian tube, attaches to the fallopian tube, and starts to grow. If that happens, it's gonna burst the fallopian tube and kill the mother, like without the baby ever being viable in any way, shape, or form. But that is also considered an abortion, quote unquote. In anti-abortion states, that procedure is not allowed to happen. And what does the military not want to happen is their people to die. So, hey, an ectopic pregnancy happens. You're in Indiana, or you're in Ohio. Hey, that's not gonna happen. Let's fucking fly you to Illinois then. Like, we don't give a shit. Because we want you to be able to continue acting as a military officer or a enlisted person or whatever. And Tommy Tubby is just a fucking asshole. Anyway, sorry,
I gave away the answer. I mean, I told them, but you can tell them what the correct answer was. I released the score.
It's Marines. It's the fucking Marines. The Marines will not have a commandant until the commandant of the Marines is the last office to be voted on of all of them. So of the 2,400 that are voted on, number 2,400 is the commandant of the Marines. Navy, Air Force, Army, all get voted on before the Marines. So I'm gonna. All right.
Kenny said you're echoing slightly.
I'm echoing because I'm yelling, but sorry.
Probably. Wonka has shared its first teaser trailer. What British actor plays an Oompa Loompa? In case you didn't know, Tommy Tuberville is the U.S. Senator from Alabama, number 1. Number 2, was a college football coach. 2-time college football coach of the year in the SEC and college football's coach of the year in 2004. Coached at Bama and Cincinnati. Politics make 0 sense. That man knows how to play football.
Hey, remember that running back who ran for office and said that he really liked werewolves more than vampires?
Don't you dare talk about the Hugh Freeze. No, I can't remember. The Fridge. Nope, that's not it either. Joe Heisman. Heisman for president. I'm trying to think of Herschel Walker, right?
Yep.
There we go. I finally got it back.
I always thought I wanted to be a vampire. Now I saw the Twilight videos and the werewolves be the vampires. So that I knew that I want to be a werewolf more than I want to be a vampire, and that was his political platform. Anyway,
The only person that got this right is Kim. That's Hugh Grant, because she's kept track of this movie.
Timothy Chalamet is actually playing Charlie.
Wonka, and I refuse to watch it.
No.
I hate Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet is playing Charlie, I thought.
No, he's playing Willy Wonka.
Oh, is he?
Yes, because it's a young Willy Wonka.
Oh, that's messed up. No,
I don't like.
He was.
I don't dislike Timothy Chalamet. Let me rephrase.
He's good. He's good in Dune. I will give him
He
that.
is playing Willy Wonka. Number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2, he is good in Dune. Number 3, it's not that I dislike him. I dislike the fandom that thinks he's attractive. He looks like a 14-year-old anemic boy. And as as an aged 14-year-old anemic boy who also could have had long hair, no one thought I was beautiful, so that kid can suck it. Okay, I'm done. That's my rant for the night.
Point of order.
Yes, go ahead.
You got married, so at least one person found you attractive.
Yay! Hashtag Kim.
Yep.
It was my personality.
Looks like no one is learning their lesson, needing a U.S. destroyer to come and tell what country's military ship to stop harassing oil rigs. This is the fuck around and find out question.
Let's see here. Do we have? I might need to go add something to our point thing because I never thought about how this was so one-sided against Kenny. Yeah, we definitely don't have it.
What?
Air Freaks constantly tells Kenny to dehydrate. Kenny has no form of recourse. You know what that means?
Oh, that's
We
not
need to
fair.
dehydrate for
Yeah.
Air Freaks.
Yep.
To the internets.
You know what Kenny could do is
Dehydrate the audience.
oh no, I was gonna say get her entire following to make some kind of petition to us to make a massive. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, no, that's nah.
Did I miss something?
The-
Oh, I was doing something.
To be fair, 9 times out of 10, I drink water.
Yeah, no, that is fair.
It says
That's
it
beside
says
the point.
it says
It's
de-
the
it's
principle
it says
of the
de-
matter.
it says dehydrate, not hydrate.
Also, if you do it every time, then if he does it, or if they do it to you every time, then we can just throw drinks back at Herr Freets, which then gets us all involved in the game. No,
You know how
I'm sorry.
I get everyone involved in the game.
how we get everyone involved? Is this the share? No.
Like that.
Oh, you did a thing.
Yep.
Sorry.
So the fuck around and find out game was lost by Iran. So Iran was harassing oil riggers in the Gulf Coast. Not Gulf. Sorry. How's that place called?
You can do it. I believe in you. I don't know what you're working on, but Middle East.
No, yeah, the Gulf off the Middle East. The
Oh,
sea,
you're talking about the, why did the Tonkin Gulf pop in my head? Persian Gulf?
Persian Gulf, yes. In the Persian Gulf, Iran was harassing an oil rigger with an old school battleship. So a U.S. destroyer showed up and said, hey, stop harassing those oil riggers that have U.S. flags. And they were like, oh, sorry, we didn't know, and moved off. And then legitimately 4 hours later, that same battleship was harassing these same vessels. And that same destroyer showed up and was like, bruh.
Wow. Bro. Bro, we talked about this.
Yeah.
After that, is it Lionel or Lionel?
Lionel.
Messi recently joined the MLS. What city? Kim said the name again. It made me just reset to Messi. What city has he moved to playing for? What city has he moved to playing for? City has he moved to and is playing for? That's right. I think my brain hurts.
There should be a comma technically in there. What
I mean, I
city
know what
has
you
he
were going
moved?
for.
What city has he moved to? Comma. Playing for.
There we go. Did I went through and changed all these to read all the same thing, right? I did. 'Cause I'm good at things.
What was the answer?
The correct answer here is he's going to play for Miami. He'll be joining Inter Miami FC.
So, in a sweet piece of justice, well, just more justice, Larry Nasser was stabbed in a fight in prison a total of how many times? Within 2, either way. So, for those of you who don't know who Larry Nasser is, or Nassar, he was the, I will say clinician for Team USA and Penn State's gymnastics team.
I heard about this one.
He was charged. Okay, so hold on. That one's right. That one's right. I didn't put the other ones in. So plus or minus 2. Was charged with essentially sexual abuse of way too many underage women who looked to him to heal them from their gymnastic injuries.
Yes.
Over 200 women and girls. Yeah, he's a massive piece of shit.
Facts. He's one of those people that we're okay with being a dick to on this place, in this channel, in this space. You know what, Kimberly? I've had enough of you today. You can go to the
All right,
bedroom.
no, he falls under it. We said Nazis are pedophiles, and he falls
I know
under
she
that.
said she made fun of me for saying in this place.
Well, so folks were waiting for him to get out of solitary, and then he got stabbed 10 times. Twice in the neck, twice in the back, and 6 times in the chest. Unfortunately, he is in stable condition right now.
Oh, Ben gave me a yell at Kim for that. That's reasonable.
I will
Enough of the
say,
usual game, but I did yell. So 2 people got it correct then.
I will say more than that. There was an 8 and a 12 that I.
Was there an
gave.
8? Oh, I didn't see the 8.
I
think
gave
was
it to him.
the
Don't
one.
worry. I will say that working in a jail, and I have seen this happen. I wish I was a better person and could say that I didn't take any pleasure in it. But in jail, you're supposed, like, when you show up, you're supposed to show your papers. Papers are what your charges are, what you're in for, yada yada yada. If you fuck with kids at all, you are an abuser, sexually, physically, whatever, your time is very limited in jail. There was one guy, well, I was at an internship in Virginia's Western Regional Jail in Salem, who the guards told, don't tell anybody that what your charges are, because he was a pedophile. He had touched some kids. And they asked for his papers, and being the dumbass that he was, showed them, and instead of going, because the guards even told him, if anyone asks you for your papers, come talk to us and we will move you immediately. Instead, the dumbass showed his papers and was just beaten to a bloody pulp.
Yep.
And I saw the aftermath. I didn't see him get beat up. I saw the block after the fact, and it looked like a fucking Doom scene. Like, there was blood everywhere. So
Prison justice is real.
prison justice is real. Larry Nasser is, like, if he ever comes back to Gen Pop, he's
gonna die.
He's gonna die. They're not gonna stab him 10 times. They're gonna stab him once in the base of his skull. Just anyway. No hard times. Anyway, so
With that, first round's done. We will skip the scoreboard and skip to general knowledge. In fact, you might not get a scoreboard before halftime because we are not flying through these questions.
we are
Next
not.
round is
Let's go.
general knowledge. A whole round of randomness. Let's see where it takes us. Which planet, not including the sun, you silly people, is the hottest in our solar system?
That's not a planet. That's a star.
Yeah, I agree. Is it a dwarf planet?
No.
Is it not?
No.
I thought it was a dwarf planet. Then Pluto. Yeah, you're right. It's a star. Anyway,
That's
I don't know
Pluto.
space.
Pluto is a
Yeah,
dwarf
it's
planet.
a dwarf planet. That's right. Hair Freak's making fun of me. Dehydrate's now available for Hair Freaks. Let's go. It's poop colored. I don't know why.
You know what you could do to punish Hair Freaks is turn the timer to 0.
Now here's the thing. Here's the thing about Hair Freaks. This is the punishment because it's not only gonna punish him, but it's gonna punish you because it's kind of sad. Amazon Prime Day was this, stuff and things. So my boy goes and buys him a PlayStation steering wheel so that he can drive Euro Truck Simulator around. However, the punishment to you is it was 50% off, so he paid $200 for his steering wheel.
Come over to iRacing. I'll run you off, boy.
iRacing.
Or even a set of Corsa Competizone,
You
which I
canceled it?
which
You
I just
canceled
bought.
the order of the steering wheel, bruh. Weak.
Well, the
All right,
answer
here
is
is Venus. I have other shit to buy with my $200.
what animal can be seen on the Porsche logo?
Oh, I know this one.
Be right
More
back.
important. That's fair. I need to buy a new steering wheel, but the problem is mine's not available on Amazon Prime sale. The one I want is a nice direct drive gear, and it costs about $1,000. And Kim keeps telling me that I can't just spend that much money outright. I have to save it. And every time I try to save it, I save up a little bit, and I realize I want like this new pretty mom. Now I lose my pile of money. I'm so bad at saving up money. Let's see here. We await the sweet potato bunghole, the least French fry of the French fries. I guess it is technically a potato. There are always more important things. Although for me, I don't think there's much more important than the steering wheel right now, which is why I need to get on the saving train. Time has ran out. Sweet potato bunghole. Is that one of the ones that I'm supposed to be not allowing for extra time? I forget. There are many of the bungholes. Many of you here tonight. Well. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. That's Joe? Joe Titus is not answering questions? Ah, there it was. Ooh. Anyway, correct answer here is a horse. It's a horse rearing up in like a little gold emblem with black on it. I'm sure it says something in some other language that I do not know. Next question.
All right.
What bone are babies born without? What's up?
Oh, they're just saying I was back.
All right. Welcome back, Douglas. Why are babies born without bones? I guess they have to grow into them. Babies are weird, man.
But, I mean, they're not born with a lot of stuff, like, you know, an intact skull or the ability to speak.
That's fair.
Hair most of the time.
Except some babies, which are born with a lot of hair. Anyway, correct answer is a kneecap. They don't have kneecaps.
Yep. Most
You can't kneecap. Nope, not going there.
most yeah, you can't kneecap a baby. Most babies are not.
What's funny is you gotta read that in like a New York mob. You know, babies are not born with a lot of stuff. It's no big deal.
No, you
Or
gotta
else evil
read
must
that.
die.
You gotta read that Trump stuff. Babies, you know, babies. They're not born with a lot of stuff. I gave them a lot of stuff. They don't want a lot of stuff. I gave them a lot of stuff.
I tried to give them good things. They didn't want the good things.
But most babies are not. Most joint bones they do not have. Most joint ligaments they do not have. So elbows, knees, shoulders, and not shoulder blade because that's in the back. Like the connection, which is why most babies do like this number.
So what I'm hearing is if the baby sung the song, it would have to be soft heads, no shoulders, knees, and
Or-
piggy toes.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
So they don't have shoulders or knees. They've ruined half the song.
But next, what is the longest river in the world?
Oh wow. I
Fun fact:
enjoy all of
did you
these.
know that everyone who's ever tried to map this river has died?
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
This whole river hasn't been mapped?
Correct.
Hmm.
It has been satellite mapped, but no one has
How
ever.
long is the Nile? They're all done. So I'm curious, like, how long is it?
Well, people get lost on the different like offshoots and stuff and die.
It's not a free answer, Kenny. Everyone.
No, it's FRE.
Free.
No, it's
Holy shit! Hit me with a mileage length on the Nile, and I bet you aren't within 1,000.
it's 12,500.
4,132 miles.
Yeah, it has never been fully navigated. One person has never fully navigated the Nile. Tributaries and everything.
For comparison, the distance across the United States from Florida to Washington is only 2,802 miles. Like 2,900 is generally the accepted distance across the U.S. So that means the Nile could go all the way across and then get like almost halfway, probably more than halfway back.
You can say like Missouri. It would intersect.
it's
it would
almost
intersect the
halfway back.
Mississippi. It would intersect the Mississippi.
Good sweet Jesus, that's a big river.
What is the smallest country in the world?
I'm pretty sure that was my
Oh, sorry. Take the next two.
question. Just have the next two spend. It's about time for me to make my weekly confusion of we made it to question 14. That's the end of the round, right? Where's the wager question? Keep forgetting. I just get 16 or 14 stuck in my head, and I'm like, what's going on?
I do the same, but because 14 is only like you ask it, I'm like, well, no, we're good. We're good because you asked it.
Air Freaks beat me to it. Air Freaks dehydrated Air Freaks.
Well, the answer is the Vatican.
That's a champ move. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I knew this one actually.
Go for the next one.
Which of the following mammals has vocal cords? Wait, hold on. Don't all animals have vocal cords? Can they all not make noises?
Well, no. There's a difference between like vocal cords and like making noises.
Gonna need you to elaborate on that one there, Einstein.
So some animals
noises.
Some animals can undulate their throat to make the noise that's like what they're known for. There are others that have specific muscles that line their throat that have to vibrate individually to make a noise.
Cool.
So
well, things you learn.
A donkey, like that hee-haw is all just air.
It's just them pushing air out, and that's the noise it makes.
Yeah, it's air. It's air out, and then in is the hee-haw.
To much of your disappointments, these aren't the longest vocal cords in the world. It's not giraffe. It are fruit bats. I can't be Grandma for that, so get wrecked. What is the highest grossing Broadway show of all time?
Your hint is it is currently in DC.
Hold on. Hello. My name is
Ella.
And I would like
to share with you the most amazing book.
Hello, Ding Dong. Ni hao.
I have a book that was written. You want to change religions? I have a book written by Jesus.
This book will change your life. Oh man, I want to do the other one now.
And then Boba Fett came back down from the Star Trek Enterprise.
The correct answer is The Lion King.
Currently at the Kennedy Center.
Nice.
So there are 2 U.S. states that border 8 other states. Name one of them.
I was trying to think of the other song.
Hasadega Iba.
And I believe
that Jesus lives on a planet named Kobol, that I believe that I'll get my own planet too.
I believe. Oh no, that's the line that I'm not allowed to sing. That's the one. That's why Kim gets angry.
What, Hasadega Iba?
No. I believe that in 1960 something, the Lord.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus said he was okay with black people.
He did it. He did it.
I would like to say I knew Book of Mormon front to back before I ever saw it because Allie introduced me to it.
Book of Mormon is thoroughly entertaining. I have a question.
Yes.
I'm showing 9 of 10 teams done, but I see 2 people who have an answer besides my wife. I don't get to yell at her because there was time and she heard me, so that's fine. But is she gonna let time run out? Oh, that was close, dear.
Curly.
Who's Curly Bunghole? That's a new team. Anyway, what were the correct answers, Doug?
Tennessee.
Oh, that's what I was doing.
Tennessee or Missouri?
I'm glad that Kenny's keeping up with the extra teams. Doug has the hiccups. Allie waved at me, even though I've already seen her tonight. And since he's hiccuping, we're rolling. Food! I actually didn't write this one with the exclamation point. Around about food. Ah, Ben's Curly. Of course you are. What country did cheesecake originate from? It's a cheese and it's a cake. Where could it be? All right, so for all of you who don't watch it, me and Kim obsessively watch Good Mythical Morning. So in my head, all I can think of when I see this is, where in the world did these international foods come from? And if you haven't watched Good Mythical Morning, you should go watch that particular episode. They basically take foods from all different countries and throw darts at a dartboard trying to guess where the food they've just tasted is from. So they get foods made and they have a board with like countries, and they have to throw darts at the country selected, and their last round is a mystery round. It's none of the selected countries, and they throw darts at that. Kenny, to you. Scroll. Round.
What food staple did people in medieval times believe was the devil's handiwork?
Yeah, the correct answer was Greece. I never got there. I was talking about Good Mythical Morning.
Oh, I love that show.
Have you seen the international food taste tests? Holy crap.
What?
Those aren't for tonight. Allie came in with a ton of cores and I was confused. 11 of 11 answers are in, and since Doug didn't let me answer my last one, I'm answering his. The answer's potatoes. Get wrecked.
Joey doesn't share food.
What type of meat is consumed the most globally? But yeah,
Veggies.
the international food taste test.
Wait, no, I know what it is. I know what it is.
What do you know? Oh god. What?
It's vegan cheese from chickens.
Vegan cheese from Yeah, if you haven't gone and watched my stream from last night, Sarge6889, there's a funny TikTok, and I may have said at one point that chickens make cheese.
What was it? It was an
I was trying to think of vegan
something.
Vegan chicken parm.
That was it.
And in my head, I was thinking of removing the chicken, and I asked if cheese was vegan, which I was positive it wasn't, but I asked. But then I said something about chickens making cheese.
You
because
said
my joke was gonna be we're gonna have an all vegetarian chicken parm, and it's just gonna be a slice of cheese
from chickens.
From chickens. I did say that part.
Well,
Look,
that was
we
the
all
thing.
make
No,
mistakes.
the conversation was that you are eating something either pre or during trivia, always.
Oh yeah.
And then
so I was gonna change the title of every trivia to what food Lucas is eating this time, because tonight it would have been orange chicken. What's up, Ryan? And teriyaki chicken, oddly enough. Yep. But with that all being said, no matter how much chicken I consume, China makes it pork. If you remove China, it would be chicken, but the correct answer is le pork.
The most this is no, that's mine. The most expensive coffee in the world is retrieved from the poop of what animal?
Coffee. Gotta love the Fairly Odd Parents. I'm Jorgen von Strangle.
Jorgen von Strangle is the best character ever.
He's really good.
Like he's actually
Timmy Turner.
He's caring when it comes down to it though, because he is looked aside for a lot of things. Because he realizes it's for the greater good, but there's also
reasonable.
Yeah. However, what?
However, she's not drinking poop coffee.
Answer is it's cats. It's a civet or a serval, depending on what area of the world you're in. They eat the berries that coffee beans are inside, and then people go harvest the beans from their poop, but the digestive enzymes improve the taste, the aroma, making it stronger and better, and actually give more caffeine for some reason. So as they digest these berries, it adds more taste, flavor, all that stuff, but because of how the gastric juices work, it adds more caffeine as well, which is just weird. It's Kopi Luwak is the name of the coffee, and it's something like $50 an ounce. It's stupid.
1, what is the only vitamin not found in eggs? 2, cats pooping out what you choose to drink makes it taste better. That should tell you how trash coffee is.
You know what makes my
do it.
coffee taste better?
The Mountain Dew that I drink instead of coffee?
A crap ton of creamer.
Yep.
I would rather drink I love milk. Don't like milk is the best thing ever. But I put
If I had to drink coffee, it would have to have so much cream and sugar in it, it would not be coffee anymore.
No,
it would be a milkshake.
my every order of coffee I've ever made has been put enough cream and sugar into it so it is whiter than a ginger. Like,
that's fair.
Yeah.
1, again, the correct answer here is vitamin C. 2, ask my balls. I don't know what you're doing, but it's registering you as cheating, and I know you're not. So, just so you know, that's 2 violations in a row.
A cucumber contains what percentage of water?
Kim just said we should exile ask my balls. Yeah, see, Mama Fafro gets it. I like my sugar with coffee and cream.
Yep.
I think I could definitely drink it that way. My mom drinks it that way, and me and her tend to have fairly similar palates. Only chocolate.
But so Mama Fafro needs to come down to Virginia again.
Yes.
Ben, Mama, and Maverick need to come in. And then Kenny needs to come up too. We just need to have a big old
you
reunion.
just want to have a bunghole reunion. Okay.
And then just go out for food and drinks and hang out for
Okay, so you just
3
want them to come
days.
hang out. Okay, got it.
Let's go have a married party. Like let's go get a cabin in the woods in I don't know, Maryland somewhere, or Northern Virginia or whatever.
Me and Kim found this thing on TikTok the other day. Where are we short? Oh, Cam! Because. Yes, it was. Anyway, you haven't answered yet. So. Wait, why didn't it count? Anyway, correct answer here is. It's refusing to let people use the Kim command. Did she delete it somehow?
How? She doesn't have access to it. Like,
Did I put the cooldown on it really high? Anyway, it's your question. What's the correct answer?
answer is cucumber, but 90%.
Oh, interesting. July 13th is dedicated to what food? Interesting. I did not know this. All right, I'm gonna try it and see if it's a. Yep, nope, something's up. We did use it once already today, so.
You got
To the research van. To the Batmobile, Doug.
Batman, which is my was it skip what's his face racing the RF 2000
Skip
or whatever.
Barber?
Yeah, Skip Barber is a
The Batmobile.
I have the old school Batmobile. Like
Forgot you do have that.
the old school Batmobile.
Forgot you do have that. So you started singing though, and the way you were mumbling, I thought you were doing. Yep, there it is. You got it. Heck,
We're missing sweet potato bug.
Oh. exclamation. Here at the bottom, there it is. Everyone can use it. Advanced settings.
Well, the
User
answer.
cooldown. Individual command cooldown is 15. Well, you know what? Fix that. Anyway, the correct answer here is French fries. Is there a reason for that I don't know?
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
know?
No.
Yeah, okay.
Ryan wrote this and didn't put any notes. So, aside from being an amazing condiment, ketchup had an alternative use in the 1830s. What was it? This is also a wager question. Oops.
I don't serve French fries anymore. Started a new job. Yay!
Yay!
Congratulations, Mom Fafro.
What are you doing, Mama?
Somebody give me an exclamation Kim and see if it works for you now. And let us know about Mom Pfeiffer's new job. But just one of you. Then I'm going to have to reset it. But anyway.
No, you don't, because there was no count added.
Yeah, but if like 4 of them do it. Anyway, I digress. We're going to learn what Mama Pfeiffer's. Oh, Doug did it. Still didn't do it. Oh, nope. What the heck?
Oh, what the hell? Wait,
Up.
what?
17 times. I'm excited. I want to know about Mom Pfeiffer's new job. 11 are in.
Ask my balls. That's number 3.
Oh no.
I can't abide this anymore.
Oh, Doug. Doug on the wager question.
I know. No, I'll give it to him this time, but anymore, and
I don't know what's going on with that.
what?
I'm not doing anything.
What? Wait.
Oh,
damn,
you want that? Hold on.
I don't.
I got you. I do. I got it. It's in the racing one.
What?
Well, the answer is medicine.
Why is it registering you as cheating every time?
Not sure.
That's
Well,
weird.
let's go to the scores. In first
Yeah.
place, we have Hair Bunghole, 46.414. Second place, Waffle Bunghole, 29.867. Steak Bunghole, 28.715. Followed by Curly Bunghole. Bonitas Fritas.
I love that one. Broke the
Sweet
mic a little.
Potato Bunghole. Ask My Balls. Scraps and Tea. Still new here. And Crinkle Cut Bunghole. Still new here. I am rooting for you hardcore. I really am.
Oh,
I'll be running all their SOPs. Jesus Christ. Mama,
I don't envy that, but that's awesome.
I used to do that, and I do not envy you at all. I'm sure it's a great job for you. I remember doing that, but holy shit.
Well, scoreboard's ready. You ready to rock and roll?
Yep, let's go to the next one.
Congratulations to Mama Bunghole on her new job. And with that, we go to big screen or
Sorry,
book scene. The question's already been asked. Congrats, you made it to halftime. How's the
Hold
round?
on.
I actually rather enjoyed this question when I wrote it.
Reset. Confirm reset.
Reset.
Okay.
There you go.
I need to pull up my thingamajigger.
Reset has been confirmed. Don't worry. Okay, that makes sense. Office job.
Yeah,
What do you need to pull up?
The timer, obviously.
This isn't the 50. Oh, it is, isn't it? Holy crap. I forgot this was the 50-50. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the famous world of the 50-50 round. As you all know, this is the speed round. We have the most teams here that we've had in a long time, so Doug's going to adjust the time accordingly. As you all know, you will be trying to answer one of 2 answers. Tonight's 2 answers are book or movie. As I was speeding through the question there, all you need to know is, did this come out as a movie first or a book first? I checked the internet. The internet told me what year the book was released or what year the movie was released. If they were released at the same time, it said, hey, movie was based off book or book was based off movie. So amazingly, there are movies that have spawned books. That was the whole premise of this round. It's easy peasy. That's all you gotta tell me. Doug, you got a timer set?
We got 3 minutes and 10 seconds.
I will read the question once, and then I will read the part after first again, because that gives the actual question. Other than that, it's just context, because you know what? I get bored. Congrats! You made it to halftime. How's the round going? Good? You ready for the 50-50? Oh well, it's time. Y'all know the drill. The famous work. Can you tell me whether it was a movie or a book first? First one should be simple as always, Jurassic Park. I repeat again, the first one should be simple as always, Jurassic Park. For anyone who's forgot, the speed limit on the line is obviously me and Doug taking La Punishment. As soon as he sees 11 here, he will continue and answer and ask the next question. We'll do that until the end. I see 10 of 11. All answers are in.
All answers in. We'll call it there. That would be a book. Next one is. What was in the pie again? Well, not important. Just as the help.
Just as. We'll worry about that grammar later.
Don't. Shh.
Don't tell them.
As
10 of 11.
still new here.
Poop. Yes, Kimmy, it was poop. Thank you. Still new here?
Still new here.
Yes, Kimmy got it.
Yeah.
Kimmy got it. Yep, to the grammar while we wait on still new here. Oh no, still new here. It's a speed round. She has not gone well. Oh, this
We are at 2 minutes.
is bad. Y'all are gonna really have
All right.
to go
Well,
through this.
we're gonna skip over
we
that.
We are. All right.
Go.
That was a book. Don't let that thing near your face. Oh no, it's Alien. Get it? Because there's face huggers and they do the thing. And the chest. Okay, 10 of 11, go.
All right, here we go. That's a movie. This one speed round we would talk about Everlasting Candy, but oh well, it's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. We have 12 now.
What? I still have 11. Okay.
10. Still
I'm
new here in
missing 10
Kayla.
here, that's it.
Stu.
Done. That's a book. Always remember your next door neighbor is a hero and not a murderer. Home Alone. I do see 12 now.
Yep.
Oh, the speed round is rolling. You're good,
Yep. That's a movie. I refuse to make Fishman sex jokes. Just, well, The Shape of Water. We have 52 seconds left.
They're rolling. They've made up time. I am impressed.
10, 11. We're good. Go.
All right, that is a movie. Next is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Tell me about The Godfather. Take him to the mattresses, Doug.
35 seconds left.
9, 10. All right, they're in. Send it. Get the last
That's
question out there.
book free. Last one is that's book. HAL 9000 wanted the best role was 2001: Space Odyssey. 16 seconds left. You guys, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
They've done
and
it.
we're done.
They've done it.
All right. Well,
It's
the answer
amazing.
is that is a movie first. Well, let's go through.
Yeah,
Yes.
I had some notes here. Amazingly.
Just for the sake of it.
Scroll.
Scroll.
So, Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton was a book first, but Universal purchased the rights to the novel before it was published. Universal was like, you know what, we'll wait and make sure that it's a popular book, then we'll make it a movie. So they bought the rights in 1990 when the book was released, then released Jurassic Park in 90.
And he actually wrote what's it called? The second one.
They have to beg Michael Crichton to write the second one, like Kim said, and they wrote The Lost World, I think.
Lost World. What he
It
wrote
was bad.
he published that before the first one even came out. So Lost
Really?
World. So number 2 in the movie. Actually, number 2 in the movie did better than the book. They did like a 1-to-1 like who bought what comparison. They're like, well, one book equals a family of 4, like a nuclear family. And the Lost World Jurassic Park did better than the book if you account for one ticket equals a family of 4. If one book purchase means a family of 4, but one ticket means a single person. And the movie did better than the book there.
Wow.
Yeah.
There was no special note about The Help. It was just a book first. It's a very popular book.
Alien was a movie first, and my favorite synopsis of Alien is woman has good idea, men all die because they didn't listen to her.
Truth. I think what I thought was crazy, and that's what I put in the notes. Yeah, we're getting thunderstorms here in North Carolina too, but y'all's are worse probably. Black country. is they literally wrote 2 novels the same year Alien came out. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory really surprised me. It was a book. Yep. Kim said the author's name.
Well, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and then Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator both came out before the movie.
Home Alone was a movie first. However, they adapted multiple books again that corresponded with all the movies, and they even had like novellas that talked about like what Marv and Harry were doing, including Dreams, where they chased around Kevin McAllister.
Shape of Water was a movie first.
Ugh. Anyway, nothing to see here. I was surprised by this. The Godfather was a book in like 68 before Godfather came out in like 71 or 72.
Book, like larger than most Lord of the Rings. Godfather was a huge book.
And I really expected 2001: A Space Odyssey to be a book. I thought that was going to be an old throwback like space novel that they turned into a movie, but it wasn't. Surprisingly enough, but they didn't. Everything they either made a movie or a book with all of these series. It was pretty neat. Anyway,
Before release, let's release the scores. In first place, Hair Bunghole with 68. Second place, Steak Bunghole 55. Curly Bunghole 51. Wild Bunghole 48. Ain't sweet ass time. We're gonna hold on.
I was about to say that scroll is real today.
45. Ask My World's 43.
Goodness.
Bungitas Fritas 43. Sweet Potato Bunghole for 33. Crinkle Cut 29. Scraps and Tea 27. And still new here 15.
All right.
With that, we're gonna go into our next round, which is
the next round, and we're gonna do our thing. Next round is World Fighting Styles. With Street Fighter 6 topping the charts currently for games, let's look into fighting styles famous around the world. First up, what is the Israeli form of martial arts called? This is what they do in the Israeli army. Meet you at the Bible round. Hey, Ryan's correct. Drink, nerds. I did drink for you, Ryan. I already took a sip for your DI. I don't know if
shit.
I did, but I did.
All right. But no,
That's why I
we
picked
have
up my
punishment.
drink. But this is punishment. To you. Cheers.
The floor.
Take your prescription.
Woo! All right.
No, we're gonna leave him. We're gonna give Caitlin time. Oh, I hate it. I hate everything. Ah, Jesus, take the wheel. Oh god, red, white, and berry fused with that tastes like cough syrup. They're out of time. If anyone was paying attention, this could have been a free answer because at the beginning of the day, I said everything is going to range from current events to Krav Maga, which is the fighting style of the Israeli military. Krav Maga is the martial art of winning at all costs. I do remember this. People trained to eye gouge, limb break, nut shots, foot stomp, general disbowelment. There's a reason no one messes with Israeli special forces. I remember watching a series one time that was describing fighting styles, and like their job is to dispatch as many opponents as possible in the shortest amount of time possible.
Yeah.
They'll pick up a newspaper and cut you 10 times in like your jugular and run off while you bleed to death.
Yeah. The training. So there was a music theory teacher at Virginia Tech.
Jeez.
This old woman. She had to be 60 to 70.
Right.
Was a sniper for the Israeli military. Had 15 confirmed kills.
Of course.
And I had to sit there and pretend like I knew what a dominant scale was and what the F scale had, like what sharps were, which notes were sharp on an F scale. Which she was so nice. She was. I screwed up once on like a Dorian something, whatever major. Anyway, and I was talking to her one day after class, and I was like, hey, I was trying to figure out like how the grading worked. Because like I had like it was a total point system. Like there were X number of points you could have gotten from each assignment, and I was like, well, is that like a percentage? Because I had like 160 points, and she's like, well, you have an A plus 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 because 100 is an A. And I was like, okay. She's like, you don't have to come to class anymore. So her and I got talking, and she was talking about training. And I was like, oh yeah, well I'm training right now. I have a coach who's I'm training Krav Maga, I'm training in kickboxing and jiu-jitsu and yada yada yada. And she's like, yeah, my training in Krav Maga was 6 guys just started beating the shit out of me, and I tried to get away from it. And I was like, well, I'm sorry, what? And she's like, yeah, you just go for every weak point you can and hope for the best, and that's the entire training. They have steel toe boots on, they have like brass knuckles. You just go. I was like, oh, okay. And she's like,
That's
oh
all
my,
they do, dude.
she was like, my favorite game was they would drive us out into the desert. We would do like training for 2 or 3 days of like combat, blah blah. And then on the way back, we played this game, which I learned in band, which I didn't realize is a Mossad training exercise. Is the people in the back try to get to the front, and the people in the front try to get in the back, and everyone tries to stop them. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's Krav Maga in a box. It was like, I don't want to do this anymore. That sounds terrible.
I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah. Anyway. So arguably made famous by the Gracie brothers and brought to the US and UFC to show how dominant it was, what form of martial arts focuses on holds, joint locks, and rolling?
Rolling. I made a new command. Because what do we do when we get done tonight? What are we going to do tonight after we're done?
This means warp.
This means warp. Where are we going to do that at?
Sarge's Twitch.
So now we have exclamation Sarge. So, for anyone who doesn't know, when we go play games, I've made an exclamation just so you can find my Twitch channel to make it easier. That way, when Doug and I go to play This Means Warp, you can come hang out with us. It'd be fun. Maybe. I don't know. Or you can come listen to Doug laugh at me while I forget to save a file.
That was only the retro.
Yeah, no, I mean, I intend to do more retro stream. Do you know how many views that TikTok has now?
I do not know.
704.
I love that.
That thing like nuked right off the bat, and then like it got to 600 and just mellowed. But it's the biggest one I've had in a while. I was pretty excited about it. All right, we ran out of time. Caitlin doesn't want to play anymore. What you got?
That'd be Jiu-Jitsu, or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. The Gracies brought Jiu-Jitsu to the MMA, UFC, or America in general, and were champions for a good while. Dana White, who is the owner of UFC, thought that for a while the Gracies would always be the dominant factor in the UFC.
Yep.
Then American wrestling and American kickboxing started coming mainstream, and the Gracies just couldn't defend in any way, shape, or form, and all the Gracies got rolled hardcore.
I would argue
there was actually a 6-week period. They call it the massacre of the UFC. There was a 6-week period where every Gracie brother had a fight. Renzo Gracie is like the ultimate
matriarch,
the patriarch of the family. He's the head of the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu form, yada yada yada. And week 6 was like him versus, I forget who the American was at the time, and all 6 of the Gracies got destroyed in the first round or two. Either like just choked out, submitted, kicked in the head way too many times. And Renzo Gracie, for some reason, decided that, like, oh, well, this is a one-off. Like, we're going to keep competing. And the Gracies competed for about a year and a half, never broke maybe the mid-card in UFC, because Dana White was like, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be okay. Like, I don't think you guys can keep doing what you're doing. And then that's when Dana White became huge, because he had essentially told an entire country's like martial artist head that he couldn't make it in America anymore. So everyone started watching, because how dare you tell? It was essentially like if you told Jackie Chan, you're not good at martial arts. Yeah, you can't do martial arts, and he was right. So
you, Marvin. Yeah, I don't know if that's exactly what I remember about that, but I do remember that whole shift. My comparison though was guerrilla tactics, because in Vietnam, I always think of like an organized, like if I remember right, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is very organized and very shaped. And the American military very shaped, and they ran into Vietnam, which was pure guerrilla warfare. And I just imagine that's how American wrestling and kickboxing is. It's just like, dog, we don't care. We're gonna pick up a 2x4. But anyway,
yeah,
you know what I mean. Muay Thai isn't much of a fighting style as it is a religion. Kids as young as 14 will get into the professional ring in what country of its origin? Yeah, the thing I sent you is Secret Base, the sports people I know. Yeah. And that's the guy that I love that does like random sports like documentaries, and that's their fighting one. I think that those brothers are in that. I'm pretty confident. No, that's the supercut of the whole series.
Well, the Gracie brothers still compete. Like,
well, I know they're not in that series. I think they're in that series.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but like it's weird that when I see Renzo Gracie on any kind of, because he essentially has turned corporate. Because there's a bunch of like jujitsu gyms that are like the Renzo Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Gym, or sponsored by Renzo Gracie, and they're all, and it's essentially like when you go to a kid's like dojo of, we're teaching you. I mean, pick 6 Japanese words, 6 Korean words, and 6 American words. Somehow fit them into 2 words that a 6-year-old can pronounce.
Yeah.
And that's a Renzo Gracie gym.
So funny. I'm missing a Bungtus. Yeah, we're calling you Margarita Fritas now, because I know the bunghole's in there.
Fritas and Caitlin.
Fritas and Caitlin, and still new here, because you have been answering these. Although that was before me and Doug went on a tirade about mixed martial arts. Anyway, the correct answer here is Thailand. It's the name Muay Thai. It's used as we're gonna take a breath and breathe out. It uses every part of the body: the head, shoulders, knees, and toes. No, I'm kidding. It uses the feet, hands, knees, and elbows to demolish opponents. So basically,
it's knee. It's like elbows. Like they throw elbows, they throw knees, it's anything but the head. There's no groin shots. It's all every extremity. Any part of the extremities are a legitimate hit. So shins, knees, feet.
So basically, what you're taught to do, though, use your extremities because you conserve the core.
Well, and the other part is like the head is not off limits, which is where like Muay Thai becomes brutal. Is you're allowed to grab the head and like throw your elbow into it.
Yeah.
Which you'll see people just like bleeding out of their eyes, and they're just like, yeah, whatever, I'm good.
Are they all right?
Yeah.
MMA's nuts.
Probably most famous for being what you send kids to when you are younger as a built-in babysitter. Karate originated in what country?
Nobody calls it karate. We just call it karate here in good old America. And we've said this before. I do find this hilarious. There is a karate dojo in the middle of the town where I live. All right. There's a Hardee's and a McDonald's. But there's a karate dojo in Newland, North Carolina. Y'all just think about that for a minute. Wait, it's head, shoulder. Didn't I say head, shoulders, knees, and toes? I did the thing, Ben.
Wait,
Do not
let me
mock
guess.
me.
The head of that dojo is like Sensei Craig or something like that.
No, I'm pretty sure that Sensei Tim is just like the police officer. What's the officer at the high school?
Oh, the SRO.
Resource officer. Yeah. I don't think it was him. I don't think it was Officer McMillan, but seriously, it was just like some dad who also did construction, but knew karate. I never went. My parents wouldn't even pay for me to go to the it's Japan. Wait.
No, it's man. It's
your answer. I thought you were asking
Japan.
me. It is Japan. My parents wouldn't even let me be a Boy Scout because my dad was like, "I can teach you that crap. We don't need to send you that."
Okay,
I was like,
I'll be
"Fair
back.
enough."
2 seconds.
Doug gone to the bathroom, most likely. You've probably heard of the famous Wing Chun form of martial arts created by Ip Man in China. Do you know who is most famous? His most famous pupil was though. So Ip Man, who done Wing Chun. I actually know this. I've seen all the Ip Man movies, but his most famous pupil. As I recall, Wing Chun is a form of flowy defense. We're gonna go ahead and do the best we can here, but I think that's like his whole point is to deflect stuff and transfer energy. If I remember, that's how his martial arts style goes. If you're confused by anything we're saying, Ip Man. Literally type Ip Man into the internet. There's 4 movies. They're really good martial art movies. They're based off a guy who created this form of martial arts, and they're neat movies. Kim, who I would argue doesn't like fighting movies, likes Ip Man a lot. She loves them. So I mean, they're really good. The story's really good until probably 3 or 4. 3 was a little weird. 3's a little weird. By the time we got to 3, because that was the one that had Tyson in it. Or okay, Kim says all of them are good. Yep, Marvin gets it. Ip Man versus Mike Tyson. Enough said. Oh, Ben was a red belt. We talked about this a few. Herr Freets Doug literally talked about his Krav Maga instructor at Tech, who I'm pretty sure I've heard that story about at least 3 times on stream. So you know what? We recycle material here. Correct answer here is Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee went on to become famous for his fast feet and hands, and later created his own style known as Jeet Kune Do as a hybrid of Wing Chun and other styles. Wing Chun is about transferring energy, though, right? Isn't that what he does? He like move, flow.
It's all about flow and like moving.
Go watch Ip Man. It's really good.
Yeah.
1 and 2 and 3.
All of the Ip Mans are great.
I don't know if we haven't seen 4 yet. We should watch that.
So capoeira is known for its flashy moves, spins, kicks, and breakdancing-esque look. What group of people originally created it, making it look like a dance to hide it?
I am so disappointed in you. This should have been the curveball question. What popular television show features capoeira in it?
Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers. And why does Tina want to learn capoeira, Doug?
You know the answer.
Because her instructor is hot. And he uses his hair to beat up Bob. Thank you, Kenny. Kenny gets it. Yes. What does he say capo? He says something else besides Hucha, doesn't he? I did mention Tina. What does that have to, what? Did I miss something? It's 5 p.m. Are you 3 hours behind us? Oh, I'm lost. Our chat just left us.
Is Bonitas and Caitlin out of it?
Caitlin is out of it for sure. Bonitas is Herr Freets, and his internet is shitty. Yeah, Hair Flick. I don't know if he says Hair Flick. He says something funny. Anyway, we're going off timer right now, so roll with it.
Anyway, that would be slaves. So the British had a standing rule that no slaves could learn any form of martial arts because they had slaves from China, Japan, yada, yada, yada. So African, Brazilian, and Portuguese slaves came together saying it was a ritualistic dance to get around that rule of learning martial arts, which is where capoeira came from.
That's it. Her Fritz, Haley's in Mexico. So Fritas is in Mexico, which is why it's yeah, you get it. The Power Rangers are known for being teens with attitudes and a mastery of martial arts. But which color, Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, went on to create his own style of martial arts? We're going for the originals.
The American originals, but
If anyone here watched the Japanese, is it Japanese? I assume Power Rangers is Japanese.
Marvin, oh come on.
Oh, come on. Well, maybe you should play trivia, Marvin.
Maybe you should play trivia, Marvin.
And you could be having your $5 Prime Day gift card, but no. Although I did know this one. I was pretty confident. So yeah. Bonitas Fritas is in Mexico, which is internet, and Caitlin, I think, came in for the 50-50 round strictly to speedrun the 50-50 round. I think that's all Caitlin did. Because she aced every answer. That's right, Mama Fat Bro.
Mama,
You know.
Really?
I
we
mean,
should
all the answers are in.
take points away. Anyway, go on.
I was gonna say we should give Mama Fat Bro a bonus point.
I
The
would
correct
say so.
answer here is the Green Ranger, rest in peace, and/or I believe the White Ranger. Right?
Yep.
I'm not
correct.
delusional here. It's been a while.
Jason David Frank, yes.
While almost every Power Ranger is a martial art in some form or another, very few of the American Power Ranger actors were as involved in martial arts as the Green Ranger. Two later iterations of the Red and Blue Ranger actually had a sanctioned MMA fight, Blake Foster and Mike Olaske, with the former winning by KO.
So Blake Foster and Michael Lasky are the Red and Blue Ranger respectively. So the Red Ranger beat the Blue Ranger by knockout in an MMA fight. The Blue Ranger, Michael Lasky, has his own dojo or his own thing. He teaches martial arts or MMA.
Gotcha.
Has TikTok, which is hilarious.
Wager question.
But yeah. Speaking of Street Fighter, from the first question, one of the mainstay characters of the series has been Sagat. But did you know his name is a form of kickboxing founded in what EU country?
I hope.
Hip
I'm not even-
Hip Hop Anonymous.
Hip hop anonymous. Damn you! You give him all the
Easy ones.
never seen
Constitution.
that
I
But-
love that movie so
I
much.
know that quote by heart because my friend used to quote it all the time. Like one of my best friends from high school.
So Sagat is the form of kickboxing from what EU country? Russia is not an EU country.
Shooting for countries in the EU. I don't think Romania is an EU country either.
I think it might be.
I'm pretty confident it's
I don't
not.
know.
I think that's like still weird Eastern Bloc.
Europe. What do you
no,
think
I'm
EU
sorry, I
stands for?
apologize. I apologize. Romania is an EU country. I will eat those words, and I am sorry. It's not correct, but good guess.
Nepal,
Nepal.
really?
Is in Asia. Doug and I have had possibly a little too much drink because we're critical of these answers.
England? You think England knows kickboxing? Come on.
Hold on. Number one, you think
that-
England knows kickboxing.
Hey,
Number two,
actually-
England Brexited, so they're not in the EU anymore.
Hey, well, hold on. Before I give the answer, hey, Marvin, what country
Marvin's gonna
kickboxing
get this.
is Sagat named after?
Give us the answer.
In
not
Twitch chat.
Mama Fat, it's not right. Everybody's just trying to get to the Bible round, man.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
Marvin.
excited for the Bible round because no one's prepared for what the Bible round actually is.
It's
also,
plenty. It's plenty as
If I am
hell.
to understand this, by the way, the White Ranger was also the Red Turbo Ranger because I didn't watch Turbo Power.
Yeah, no.
Oh, cool.
Jason David
I
Frank
didn't know
was
Jason stuck around.
Jason David Frank was like 5 different Rangers. He was the Turbo Red. He was the. You have to ask Marvin this because he's the
Marvin would know, even though he wandered off.
Yeah. Anyway.
His ADD took over.
Yeah.
Black Dino
Yeah,
Ranger.
he was the Black Dino Ranger too. He was also the Red
Okay,
Space Force. I think.
I should have you because I have his thing pulled up.
Hey,
God, he
hey,
knew
hey,
so
Marvin.
many martial arts.
Marvin, what form of what country kickboxing is Sagat? I was in St. John's Ritz. Oh yeah, he was a Space Ranger. Sorry.
All right, so he was the green and- he was the green and
Austin
white
St.
Ranger.
John was the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger.
Okay, so Tommy Oliver, which was his role, was the Green White Ranger. Oh, he actually doesn't know. Wow. He was
Ooh.
the Zeo Ranger V Red. He was the Red Turbo Ranger, Zeo Ranger V Red, the Black Dino Ranger, the Green and White Ranger, and the Legendary one. He played Bloodshot, which isn't a Power Ranger.
Oh, that
White Dino
was
Ranger.
the it was a Dark Horse comic.
Yeah, so those were his four Power Rangers. He was Green Ranger, so in Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel, we get the overarch, which is Green Ranger, White Ranger, Zeo Ranger V Red, and the Black Dino Ranger, also Robot Tommy. And then of course he played the Red Turbo Rangers. But anyway.
Well,
So much
Sagat
Power Ranger.
Sagat is a form of kickboxing in France, which is what Sagat is actually named after.
Yep. We also learned last week in our Street Fighter round that he was the bodyguard
Of
for
M. Bison.
Bison. Bison was the word I was trying to get to, but I couldn't remember.
All right, so going to the
I
last
already have the
round.
scoreboard up.
Air bunghole 89, steak bunghole 70, waffle bunghole 69, followed by
Not looking good.
curly bunghole 58, aspen balls 58,
Marvin, he's from Thailand. I'm so confused.
bungitas Fritas 46, sweet
Marvin, how many-
bunghole 44, Gun cut bunghole 38, scraps and tea 30. Still new here 24, and Caitlin with 7.
Marvin, how many people are taken from their home country, transplanted in another country, and then something happens in the country they're in?
Yeah, no. Marvin, look up Sagat.
You know what I was
Look
thinking.
up martial arts Sagat. It is the French
Mom.
kickboxing.
Oh,
form.
I was just saying is it's extremely popular for people from Asia and that area to be transmitted. That's not the word I want. They were moved to other countries where they made things popular.
Transubstantiated.
For example, Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee's, I guarantee if you look up Bruce Lee's form of
Jeet
Jeet Kune Do that we just looked up, it will be a American style, even though Bruce
No.
Lee, even though he's American.
Isekai,
You know what I mean.
Isekai is the transplant from a different world to be a video game character. Like, no.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after all of these beautiful rounds, we've made it to Bible study. I bet you all can guess who wrote this round. In this round, you will be given a clue that also contains a book of the Christian Bible. I went with the books of the Christian Bible.
Hold on.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Hold on.
I looked this up last night.
No. Do you mean the Christian Bible as in
Here we go.
Old and New Testament? Because most of the Old Testament is also part of the
That's not true. Only
Jewish
5
Bible.
Books of it. 5 books of it.
no, that's
The first 5 books
books are the Jewish Bible.
are the Jewish Bible. That's it.
Or well, it's the
That's it. I know the Torah. The Torah is the
Torah.
first 5 books of the Bible. They match up together.
plus another 6 or something like that. But yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think they're in the Christian Bible. I don't think. I'm pretty confident. Anyway, point here is the Judeo-Christian Bible. I believe there's 66 books.
That's pretty that covers it. Just call it Judeo-Christian.
I believe that's what we're shooting for. I think there are 66 books. Lucas is a little rusty on the numbers, but that is the point. The point here is, unlike what most of you thought, you will be given a clue that is some random answer, but it's also going to have a book of the Bible in it. All I want you to do is give me the book of the Bible, okay? So, for example, if I'm trying to think of one that I didn't use, if I asked you for a people that from Israel, they would be Hebrews, and that would be the book of the Bible in the question, but it can also be multiple parts, like blah, blah, blah. But all I want is the book of the Bible, okay? So give me the book of the Bible that relates to the question. You'll figure it out. It's pretty simple, all right? First up, we have the beautiful drum beats of Mr. Phil Collins during his band fest. Doug, yeah, send me the link about that because I can't.
All right,
All right,
don't worry about
Doug, Marvin doesn't believe you. Kenny,
well,
my mom.
it's technically Savat, but
Scraps and tea with a book of the Bible. Baller. It's not right, but I appreciate it. All I was worried about is people actually not naming books of the Bible in this one.
hold on, it's Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans, First, Second.
Yep. First, Second Corinthians, First, Second Colossians.
First, Second, Third,
Galatians,
Peter,
Ephesians,
Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians.
You know how I remember that? When I was taught that is General Electric Power Company. Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians. Then it's First and Second Peter. Then it's First, Second, Third John. Then it's Romans, Hebrews, Jude, Philemon. Revelations is getting there. Damn it! I think First, Second John might be after that, but anyway.
No, Old Testament is
Kim
Genesis,
just understood
Genesis,
the
Exodus,
question after she
Genesis,
says
Exodus, Philippians, Colossians, Deuteronomy.
Whoa. Okay, you just said Genesis, Galatians.
Genesis, Exodus, Philippians, Colossians. Hold on. I know the New Testament so much better.
Haley's dog name. Well, you're naming the New Testament currently.
No. Genesis,
Yeah, that's the New
Exodus,
Testament.
Philippians, Colossians.
My dog. Philippians is in the New Testament. You're thinking of the Torah, which is Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy.
Oh, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth.
Yep.
Oh,
First, Second Kings.
First Kings, first, second, third.
Samuel.
No. Oh, I'm fucking up.
All right. Anyway, 9 answers are in. Kim figured it out. She's really sad. Book of Eli. Thanks. Still new here. The correct answer here is Genesis. Genesis is the first book of the Bible and is also the name of Phil Collins' band.
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, First Samuel, First Kings, First Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Joseph. Holy fuck! I knew.
Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi. Yeah, I used to know how to do all those. Doug is naming them. What do you want from me? Doug, next question.
Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts. Sorry.
Into the New Testament.
So for those of you who don't know, Boy Scouts exists. There is a Boy Scouts of the church called Awanas.
Oh, yep, we did that.
And I was in that for like fucking like
Awanas.
7 years.
Because they set goals for you to learn stuff.
And I had the second most memorized verses in a year.
Really?
In a year.
Damn, son.
The first place had 87 memorized verses. Literally, they would say like, Joshua 1 verse 37, whatever.
You click it off.
And you click it off. First place got 80. No, hold on. No. He was 104. I had 96. The third place was
had like 40.
36.
Yeah.
Because
There you go.
my father, being the absolute fucking asshole he was, would sit me in the corner and drilled me so much that I cried. So I know books of the Bible
See, I was the opposite
very
of that.
fucking well.
Ask question 42. I have to tell official Megan something, and then I'll tell you something.
This movie had a lot of spiritual references and also a giant lion in it.
Number 1, official Megan. My dad's a Baptist
Wait,
preacher,
hold
which is
on.
why when the Bible came up-
Marvin,
Oh, no, Marvin.
tell that story. Tell that fucking story. I love that story.
So the Bible is broken up into books, and the books have chapters. So there are like 66 or however many books And then inside each book are multiple chapters of said book. Number one. Number two, I was the kid who in Awanas had my dad, the preacher, drill me on the verses because I wanted to know. I wanted to like figure it all out.
It's 66. 22 times.
Was I right?
66.
Okay, I was right. I can't believe I remembered that. But yeah, so like when you quote the Bible, it is the book of Matthew, chapter 7, and then inside each chapter is a verse. So that's how the Bible's broken down: book, chapter, verse.
So you say it's what's the there's a term for it. So it's like philological ordering. So it's book, chapter, verse, and then you can get into like words and stuff like that. So if you were to say like Mark chapter 1 verse 3, people knew exactly where to turn in their book.
To be exact, like I said at the very beginning, all I want you to name, and I'm going to ask for clarification from Sweet Potato Bunghole, I just want you to name the book of the Bible, including Kim, who did it wrong. I'm going to ask for clarification for the people who did it mostly correct. All I want you to give me is the book of the Bible.
Marvin, I want you to give me Quentin Tarantino's exact quote about
What's the name of the book?
what they store in his garage and what sign he does not have in his front yard.
Okay. Don't worry. Just stand by your answer. Kim's standing by her answer of Narnia. The correct answer here is what, Doug?
Chronicles.
It's Chronicles, because it's called the Chronicles of Narnia, and the book of the Bible is Chronicles.
Shakespeare liked to
it's me.
Oh,
liked to
sorry.
break his plays up into major segments called what? So again, this isn't really Bible knowledge. This is actually general knowledge that then relates back to Bible knowledge. Good job, Kim.
Actually, yeah,
Honey,
you
knew the
might
first
you
one.
might be the
great
Chronicles of Narnia.
Chronicles. Natalie Portman. No, that is the Natalie Portman one, isn't it? No, she was in another song that was with Lonely Island. Was it Who's Your Dad? What was the Natalie Portman song that that Lonely Island song? Just called them The Lonely Island.
They're the
Getting
Lonely
old.
Island.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean.
It's the Chronicle. What of Narnia?
Who are we missing at this point? Caitlin Lund think this, which is not we're not waiting on in Herr Fritz.
So good.
That's it. Herr Fritz got it. My dick is scared of you. That's a line. That is definitely a line in it. Natalie's rap. That is Lazy Sunday. Natalie's rap. Ben's got it.
Bungitas
forgot about
Fritz.
that. Yeah, they're out.
Frita. Okay.
They're out and Caitlin hasn't been playing. The correct answer here is Acts. The book of Acts, which Doug has already mentioned, follows is basically Luke chapter 2 after the Gospels. But it's an act in a play. So you have multiple acts.
The actor who played Harry Potter, one of the James Bonds, and the Last Mohican share this name.
I had way too much fun with this category.
I
stand by
I
this
really liked
category.
this one. Just yeah.
Stank Bunghole gets Stank Bunghole gets it. I know you got this.
Lazy Sunday. Wake up in the late afternoon.
Kim just called me annoying. Axe, duh. Thanks, Air Freaks. I wanted something Bible-y, but also kind of entertaining, and I thought this blended the world well. Who are we missing? Because it's 9 of 12 we've been logging in. I believe we're missing the Curly Bunghole. God, get your act together. Thanks, Ryan.
Macbeth.
Proverb 3.
Yeah, that's on. That's
We
on
shall
point.
now be reading from the
Macbeth.
Venetian. What's the Venetian one? Crap.
We should
is-
now be reading from RoboCop Act 2,
Damn you, dehydrate.
verse
The
17.
Merchant of Venice. That's what I was thinking. We should not be reading from The Merchant of Venice, chapter 3, verse 1. And yay, she now flirts with the woman. Yeah, I don't remember much about the Merchant of Venice. That's 9 of 12. What you got, Bubba?
That'd be Daniel.
You want to break that one down? You want me to do it?
Harry Potter is Daniel Radcliffe. James Bond is Daniel.
Craig.
And Last Mohicans is Daniel
Day-Lewis.
There we go.
And that's all 3 Daniels, which relate to the book of the Bible, which is known as Daniel.
So Daniel Day-Lewis is probably better known
Mr.
for his daughter, which is...
There's no way he's better known for his daughter than his acting. He's got like 10 Academy Awards, and The Last Mohicans was in my elementary school grammar class.
That's fair. Okay. But do you know who I'm referring to?
I actually don't know his daughter. I might if I saw her name.
I'm waiting for the
chat to blow
there
up.
no there we go. Armentis chapter 2 verse 9 to 21. I'm waiting for the Warhammer 40K like call outs.
Oh wait, did I miss 40K in this somehow?
The Muffin Man.
This
is all you.
Yeah, it is. No, I'm distracted by what you said. England just got a new one of this, and some of them in France lost their minds and their heads. Heresy. Did I miss something about Daniel Day-Lewis being the emperor?
So my favorite run of the books of the Bible are Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi.
Okay. Yeah, so that's my favorite run. And after you get past Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and Song of Solomon, you have Ezekiel, Haggai, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi, Obadiah.
Wait, hold on.
Micah,
Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations.
Yeah.
Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai,
Zechariah, Malachi, and then isn't it Obadiah, Jonah, Micah?
No, it's Matthew, Mark, Luke, John from there.
Oh, is it? Obadiah, yeah, that's right. That rhythm is what I memorized.
I remember having to do this in front of.
You're just naming children of the card. No, we're speaking in tongues, Mama Fat.
No, I had to do this in front of 400 people. So to move on from Awana's like
I remember
the Boy Scout transition was for Awana's was like it was like Awana's and then like Bible Scouts.
Muffin Man.
And then to like make that transition, I had to stand on stage and do all 66 books of the Bible in front of these people for some
do that too.
fucking reason. That made me a Awana's advanced member from Genesis to Revelations, and fuck those people.
I enjoyed doing mine. It was fun. I memorized it in a weird little way of like patterns for some reason because I'm weird. I gave it to everyone who didn't pluralize it. But the book of the Bible is Kings, because first and second Kings, there's plural. But you guys got it. It's King.
The Beatles' amazing ballad about taking bad times and making them better.
I actually went and looked up the meaning of this song, by the way, and there's so many different interpretations of this song. I don't like the Beatles.
I have so much. I realize now that I have so much trauma around like learning these books of the Bible. I just remember crying in a chair.
It's so funny to me because I enjoyed it. I loved Awana's. My grandpa's church did Awana's, and my church didn't, and I loved it. I had
Awana's, but my dad was so like bent on me being the best. That if I said Samuel instead of Samuel for
I'd like to say
first and second, I could say first and second Samuel, and be like, shut the fuck up, go back to number 1, and I would be crying in a chair in the corner, and he's like, I don't give a shit if you're crying or not. Like, that fucking go, we're gonna finish this now. Like, he sucked.
As the certified friend of a therapist, and I stayed at a Holiday Inn last night. You have problems with your father and not the Bible.
Oh, you mean my dad?
But anyway.
Hold on. Ask my balls. Show me where on the doll where the church hurt you. Let's talk about how my dad didn't show up to my wedding. Told me ahead of time that he wasn't going to show up. On
Let's
top of
not.
his entire side of the family. But moving on.
It wasn't the church. It's Doug's dad. What's the correct answer, buddy?
That would be Jude.
is
Hey, Jude.
I gave Hey Jude credit too. I appreciate it still.
Don't eat my
Make it
fat.
sad. So basically, the multiple interpretations of that song were that John Lennon was writing, or McCartney was writing to Lennon saying it's okay to leave. Also, McCartney came out and said at one point that it was writing to Lennon's son, I think, who wasn't prepared for the Yoko Ono marriage. It's, again, not a Beatles fan, but really deep meanings in that song. These people have a ton of power, and for a long time had to wear goofy little wigs. Like goofy little wigs. Scraps and T.I. do not wear a tiny wig, but I appreciate it. And Luke's in history also don't have to wear tiny wigs.
Hey, Jude.
Air Bunghole got it. They know what I'm going for here.
Don't be an ass. Oh, sorry.
What is?
Don't
what is
be
this
a
epic show?
dick.
Yeah, don't be a dick.
That is rule number one.
And also rule 2. And if you make it to rule number 3, you just do you boo boo. Do do do. What did I spell wrong, Benjamin?
Little
Damn it.
L-I-I-T-L-E.
Lightly.
Little.
Correct answer here is judges. Doug and I shall drink to decounts, and we shall have a VeggieTale gift, Kenny, just for you. No, Lidl is where we get our
No,
avocados.
that's judges. But the last question is, this empire came, they saw, and they conquered. Also, they're pretty good at making metalcore band.
Do you know who I'm talking about with the metalcore band?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. I'm glad you knew. I had to go look up what genre they were qualified in.
There's
I
a
love this band.
there's a Beat Saber album on them.
Oh, is there
alone.
really?
Yeah.
Nice.
It is
I really
it
like
is
this band.
bonkers and so much fun.
So this was my quote in my senior yearbook. Vidi Vidi Vici. Can you tell me? All right, Doug knows most likely. Can anyone in chat for a bonus point in the wager round tell me what movie I used Vidi Vidi Vici from?
I know. Oh man.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
That's the whole reason I knew this quote. Had nothing to do with the individuals involved in it. How do we have 16 viewers? Who's watching this?
I don't give a shit. Like, fuck. Like, they're awesome.
That's right.
I mean, just
what are we
wait.
missing?
Just wait until our heartfelt extra
Oh, the end? How we
extraction.
end trivia every night? I
Yeah.
don't think it's an extraction. Still new here. Do you want to submit an answer before we end the question? I'll wait. I'm not in a rush. National Treasure, Mama Fafro, no. But that's a good try. I actually appreciate that. But I do love my Nick Cage. But not the answer.
Oh,
Kim said The
ooh.
Godfather. I've never even watched The Godfather.
Wait, are
She
we
knows
talking about
that.
are we talking about a Disney original
Yes.
movie?
We're talking about Disney.
Yes.
We're talking about Disney.
Yes.
You knew. It is a Disney original movie, Animal House. Doug just said a Disney original movie and Mama Fafro.
Disney-
Mama Fafro wants this bonus point so bad. All right,
Disney
I'm sorry.
original movie.
Time's done. 9 of 12 are in. Go ahead and give the ladies and gentlemen their answer.
Answer is Romans.
It is Romans.
Vidi
Caesar is
Vidi
known as
Vici
saying-
is I came, I saw, I conquered. But the movie
said
I
right
am
there, but it's
thinking
not the
of
movie.
is the Disney original movie of.
I had to go look up the name of it because I forgot the name. I'm not gonna
Oh.
lie, but it is
Oh. It is.
the Paper Brigade. The Paper Brigade,
Yes.
who had Gunther. It's a Disney original.
Junta.
Gunther in it, and he delivered papers. And there was an old man at the end of the street with a big dog, kind of like the Sandlot.
Oh no, he had gooses.
He did. He did have gooses. Did he have problems delivering his paper, or would
Yes.
he not
No,
let
no,
him?
yeah, he couldn't deliver his paper.
He couldn't deliver
'Cause
the
every
paper, so
every
the guy
time
would
he
get it for
tried to
free,
deliver
right?
his paper, the gooses would be released. And
The
then
gooses
he
were released and stopped him. So he
and
sets
so
up
he-
this whole elaborate
so
thing.
he threw cabbage into the goose pen
Yep.
and then
Shut up,
lit
Screech.
him up with a paintball gun and said VDVG VDVG.
I came, I saw, I conquered. It's all from the Paper Brigade. All right.
Yeah.
Scoreboard, baby. Let's go.
And then he said Napoleon. He was a great general, I think.
Yeah.
Like he had no idea who the hell Napoleon was.
Yeah, but this guy that was like the antagonist of the movie was like a military buff who wore camo that would release the gooses. So you would think he would have known Julius Caesar's most famous quote, but he was like,
did
no,
not.
he called it Napoleon.
Yep. And
What we
in
got?
first place, Herr Bunghul, 114 points.
And for
Second
his victory,
place.
dehydrate.
With Ask My Balls with 83. Ask My Balls coming in. Trying to if Ask My Balls showed up for like the first question, they do amazing. But for some reason, they keep showing up in round 4. Curly
You start
Bunghole with
trivia too
80.
early.
Steak Bunghole 80. Waffle Bunghole 39. Kringle Cup Bunghole with 62. Sweet Potato Bunghole 57. Bunghole Fritas 46. Scraps and Tea 30. Still new here 27. And Caitlin with 7.
And as you know, Hair Freaks, all you have to do, shoot me that message in Discord just acknowledging you want your reward, and we'll claim your prize. You know how it works. And I know where to send it because someone is on a roll. All right, Doug,
So
what we got?
I think you do you have the send out?
Got it.
I can't find the paper. Where
Doug
just-
can't find the paper. I
Sorry.
always have the paper. It's in my heart. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for taking your time on a Thursday night. You've been here for 2 hours listening to us ramble not only about our childhood traumas, but also about why alligators in Florida sometimes regurgitate cans of Axe. And for that, we appreciate and we love you. Thank you so much for coming. We love you guys. It's been a ball. Congratulations to Hair Freeze for coming. Please continue to join us every Thursday night. We do this at 7 p.m. every Thursday. At the end of the month, we will be doing theme night, which we forgot to mention at the beginning of trivia, which will be video game theme night. We're going to pull out all of the stops. If you come on over to my Twitch, you'll see we're playing PS1 games and retro, like 8-bit style games. There are going to be some deep cut video game questions. But anyway, do your thing. Have a good time. Have a wonderful beginning to your weekend after Friday ends. And Doug, I believe you have something to say to them as always, based off your outpouring tonight.
If no one has told you this day, this week, this month, they're proud of you, they're wrong, because we're proud of you. We love you. You guys are amazing people. We want you in our lives. We think you're amazing. We think that you should always be in our lives. But with that, we also think you guys are amazing. Sorry. There's no competition ever.
That's right.
We'll always be around. We'll come back every Thursday, except for the days that are my birthday for some reason. And
Hey, we did think.
I know, right? But we will be back next Thursday, same time, same place. I would say same bad channel, same bad network, whatever.
Same
but
trivia channel, same Doug and Lucas place. That link in Twitch will bring you to my Twitch channel where we're going to play This Means Warp. So
yeah. So for those of you who have ever played FTL, it's the same thing, but Lucas and I are just going to be scrambling amazingly, horribly,
Nuts.
terribly. God help us all.
Facts.
We will be back next week. Same time, same place. For those of you who do not want to watch games, come back and join us next Thursday, 7 o'clock. We will see you later. We hope you had a great time. I'm Batman.